Right, so I'll do a little bit of filming now before it pisses down the rain. We're just gonna lob it out. Doesn't matter where you cast here because it's all rough ground. Again, just got the Pachenko on. And it's a little bit milky close in where the sand is here. A little bit milky. Set the drag reasonable. It's very windy, right? So subtle this lure, man. Give it a good whack. Now there's a few turns out there. Don't know if you can hear me very well, but there's a few turns you just sort of can't. They just come in so quickly. You just don't get a chance to react. I have lassoed them before, and it's not a lot of fun, especially during bite time. So just try and be a little bit vigilant. That's all I can say. But this area here is all rough ground here. It don't really matter where you cast. So generally try and get out as far as you can. The wind's sort of coming from the side, over the top, swirling around, making life very difficult to get in any sort of rhythm. But you just keep decided an angle of about 1 o'clock is about best to get maximum range. So I'm focusing on that and just walking down it a couple of yards every cast. So we're covering a bit of ground. Doesn't matter. The good thing about this spot is it really doesn't matter where you are because it's all rough ground here. So you're surf casting, tackle graveyard, but you can fish it with rotten bottom. It's little tiny leads and rotten bottom. When the codling are here, this can be quite a good spot for them because there's a lot of food on it. There's a lot of crabs and things. Drag, it's probably set a little bit stiff, but that's not too bad. It's got to be able to go a bit. That's alright. That's alright. So a few specks of rain. With this Pachenko, it's about retrieving it not too fast, but just twitching it a little bit and making it a zigzag. Very subtle lure, but the rod tip does it a lot of favours actually. Fish on. Not a bad one. It's not a bad fish. It's not a bad fish. Go on, away you go. Right. Go on, away. I've got hooks here. Can you get him on a lead? I've got hooks here. If I get these hooks in him, you'll never get them out. A £200 fishing rod. Thank you.
What fish is that?
Alright, that's fucking members of the public. Beautiful fish. Yeah, that's a nice bass. He's gone back. Just had him on a fucking lead. Right, back you go, Mr. Bassy. Back you go. It's alright. Come on, come on. It's not biggie, I don't think, but just got to keep it tight. There he is. The keeper one. He weren't getting away, look. Pliers on him. Get the pliers. Not getting away. Damage the bloody rod. It's full of beans, this one. Christ. Just keep the size, but we'll put him back. Back you go, my pal. Back you go. He's away. Shot him over there. Right. So, just trying to slack water at the minute. Just waiting for tight turn. The rain has stirred it up a little bit, but just sometimes just a sort of a quick retrieve and then a stop gets it to sort of zigzag without even having to sort of twitch it. There's another angler up there. Set the drag. It's a shallow as out there, so that's where this lure is even more effective if it's a bit stirred up, because it's so shallow. Just a straight retrieve really on this Seadra Spitta 125. See, they're sort of, when they're in the mood, they're in the mood. They're in the mood for just a few minutes. And the fish often come tight together. And you put the fish back, they either spook everyone else off, or the splashing spooks them off, or what, I don't know. But you don't normally come off the beach with 5. I have done. But like I say, if you can get 1, I'd say you know, in a window, I'd say you've done all right. But that angler wants to come where I am, I can tell. So I've just stayed put. He wants to come in here, I bet. But I think the window's gone now. So he keeps wading out there. I'm not going to save him if he passes out. See, the tide's turning, and the sea, getting dirtier. So you see how things can suddenly change. Fucking lovely. I ain't bothered. We've had a couple anyway. We've had a couple. We've sort of been chasing after it. You always get splash usually, and somebody wants to play. You get a splash behind it, or a boil, or I mean, these fish had like 3 or 4 goes at it, which is normal. The key thing is not to panic too much, just sort of to start going, but try and keep the lure where it is, and just give it a few little twitches. So